Hello, my name is Khoa. Today I'll be showing you how to factor polynomials. Polynomials are equations that aren't, completely factored. Like they have an x squared in it, which you don't want. You want it to just be like an x alone. For example, this equation right here, it has an x squared in it, and another x right here. You want to get it as simplified as possible. Like this isn't simplified. You can't really find the solution. The first thing you want to do is find the greatest common factor, or the GCF. In this case, as you can tell, or if you can't see yet, each has 14 in it. You can divide everything by 14. They're all divisible by 14. Also, for other equations, say if 42 had an x after it, you could take an x out, like everything's divisible by 14x, if there was an x over here. As you can see, everything was divisible by 14. So I put 14 in the front, and I dropped everything else down, like 56 divided by 14 would get you 4. And since we're not dividing the x's, since 42 doesn't have an x, we only divided by 14, dropped it down. And if you look, they're all multiplied by 14 to get back to your original problem. This would get you back to your original problem. I highly recommend you use the diamond way to solve this equation. If you're trying to solve it the diamond way, x will always equal 1. And the top of the diamond is what you multiply to, and the bottom is what you add to. The first term, which is x squared, times the last term, which is 3, would be going in the top over here. And then the one number in the middle would just drop down to the bottom. Pretty simple. You want to find what goes in the left and the right box. It should still multiply to the top and add to the bottom. And in this case, you can see that it was 3 and 1. Because 3 times 1 equals 3, and 3 plus 1 equals 4, or quattro. If you remember from our last problem, there is a 3 and a 1 as our solution. You want to put 1 here and 1 in here. And x times x is x squared. Basically, they equal x squared. And if the numbers on the right happen to be a negative, say the negative 3, you want to change that to negative 3 if they happen to be a negative. But in this case, they're just positive. The two methods that I happened to use during the process to solve this equation was a diamond model, because you had to multiply the top and add to the bottom. And I used my logic and basic reasoning. Like, I understood that it could not go over 3 and 4. Because you can't really, how do I say this? You can't put something that's big into something that's small. You can't have something that's larger than what you start off on. Mighty Morphin factoring polynomials.